Hello everyone, we're about to play the first match of a Scars of Mirrodin block draft. So, like I said, I think with this deck we actually want to draw first. It'll be our opponent will make the decision for us here, which is nice because if it turns out our opponent has a fast deck, then we definitely don't want to be drawing first. But if our opponent has a typical deck for this format, then we're fine with drawing first. So, okay, we got our one island. That's kind of nice. Other than that, though, this hand is pretty bad. Hmm. Yeah, I think we send it back, though Eager Claw Merc can do a lot of work in the early game. Having all of our colors is nice as well. We're on the draw, but there's a decent chance we just draw like 2 lands in a row, and if that happens, we're pretty much dead. So, alright, I think this is better. No, I think we'd rather just draw a land at this point. As decent as that would be. But yeah, this is a pretty good hand. We got 3 of our 2 drops, which is pretty nice. Probably play Equiclamor first. If I can, I want to be able to play Blight Mamba when I can leave up the mana to regenerate it, at least in combat, but... Okay, Viridian Claw. That's actually a pretty solid piece of equipment now that I look at it and realize it gave first strike. Yeah, we're going to play our Equiclamor. Chances are it'll be able to swing through our opponent more effectively. I mean, I could have played Lifesmith and then gained the life next turn, but that's okay. Eager is just so sweet in limited and constructed just because it's so hard to block. So you're just going to end up getting infected. So there's our Ingester. So we're going to get in there. I think we probably play Lifesmith now just in case we draw another artifact. We can get some value out of it. Though if we play Blight Mamba, we can definitely up the infect game. Yeah, let's do that. I changed my mind. Blight Mamba. So if our opponent still isn't able to do anything, we can kill him with infect if we have to. We would like our blue mana. Wouldn't mind another green either because then I could play Lifesmith and regenerate my Blight Mamba, which would be nice. Ooh, his own Eager Clawmer. Okay. Well, now we can just kill it, so that's nice. I think that's what we do. I think we go Fume Spitter, kill his Eager Clawmer, swing with both our guys with Infect. Yeah, if we ever draw blue, this game's probably ours. Like, it's just such a big play when you can ingest. What's he going to do here? Okay, he's going to kill my Euchre Claw worm. Euchre Claw guy. Yeah, that's pretty good because now there's not really any point for me to swing with my Blight Mamba because he can just block it and I have to regenerate it, which means I don't also get to play my Lifesmith, so... I mean, he'll die at the end of our turn, so... So there was, you know, if I attacked, I would have just made myself pay more mana for no reason. Which would not have been awesome. Oh, yeah, there's that thing, which can kill, like, all of our creatures. So that's not awesome for us. Maybe I should have taken it, huh? It's probably all he's got this turn, though, at least. Okay, well, Pith Driller's pretty meh right now. Because you actually have to put the counter on something. So, for now, we're just going to attack. Give him an Infect token, counter, whatever. Drop him to 18. And end our turn. I wish we could play our Pestilent Soul Eater, because that would really make our opponent have to do something. So, he doesn't even run black, so he's just using it, you know... It's pretty good. I may have underrated it since it's counters even. Would have been nice in our deck, for sure. I just want him to play an X1 that I can play Pith Driller on. Well, that's not an X1. But putting a -1/-1 counter on it isn't terrible. All right, so the cool thing is if we draw another land, we can play Pith Driller for 4, pay the life, and then gain back that life +1 with our Life Smith, at least. Don't mind that. I wonder what he's going to put on top of his library. Something scary, I'm sure. Phyrexian Swarmlord. That doesn't sound good. I forget you can't actually click on it. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to need to ingest that, or we're in some trouble. Okay, now we actually have the opportunity to potentially ingest it. And because of that, I think we actually play the Spell Bomb. And I think we gain the life. We might as well. We're not going to be able to do anything else anyway. I mean, I guess we could have regenerated our Blight Mamba at least. But I'm not super worried about doing that this turn. Yeah, it just puts it in my hand. I guess for now I can just leave the mana up, though. I'm just in my turn there. So that Swarmlord's going to come down. We'll search our library for an island. We're still not quite where we need to be, unfortunately. But we can play our Pith Driller and put a -1/-1 counter on the thing, and that will definitely make it harder for it to you know, be good for our opponent. I mean, I guess if he attacks here, I would just block and regenerate. He decided not to, though. But we're just going to go ahead and sacrifice this, even though we can't draw the card off of it because we want the island so badly. So, island. Okay. Yeah, I think we play Pith Driller and gain the life off of it. Although, yeah, regenerating against this is not great, so I could double block it, though. I mean, he's probably going to equip it, but I think still putting the -1/-1 counter on the guy is a good idea. So we're going to play Pith Driller. We're going to pay 2, and then we're going to pay 1 with our Life Smith. We basically have to block the guy, it's worth noting, because if we don't, it's going to start making a ton of green insect creature tokens, and they all have Infect. Oh, no, they don't. At least they don't have Infect. So, yeah, we'll shrink this guy down. Make its life a little harder, at least. 3, 4. So, we still have 2 more turns before we're going to get to Phyrexian Ingester. Next turn, we can play our Soul Eater. I'm assuming he equips it. Which is not great for us. We just got to get to this Ingester. That's right, you can kill my guy. Making my blocking a lot more difficult here. I think we probably block with the Pith Driller. Yeah, we're going to block with our Pith Driller. I want to draw land here so I can play my Soul Eater, gain the life off of it. Yeah, we'll block with Pith Driller. Just throw him in there. First strike, man. That is... The bad news is he can kill our Life Smith with that on our next turn, but I think that's still okay. Right? Yeah, that card's pretty good when you can actually use its ability. Okay, so I think we still play Soul Eater. And we'll gain the life off of it. We're going to have to block with our Soul Eater is the bad news, and then just hope we draw the land for Phyrexian Ingester, basically. We don't have much of a choice. Because if we let him get the insects, we're just done, I think. So he can kill my Life Smith here with another counter on this. The good news is our opponent's hand is almost empty, so if we can just hit the land we need for our Ingester, we're going to be pretty happy. Yeah, give that flying. Why do you have to have first strike? My Soul Eater could have dealt with that if it weren't for the first strike. Yeah. So the thing is, if we do draw the land here, can kill that thing, then maybe, then we're going to win, basically. But if we don't draw it, we're in a lot of trouble. But I guess, I mean, so what I'm thinking about is blocking this with my Soul Eater and taking the 4 and getting the 4 poison counters. But, because then if we can kill this guy, he never gets the insects. But that just seems like, even if we don't draw the land we need here, we can at least play our vampires to block it for another turn until, yeah, so I guess we block the thing and take 5 here and go to 22. If we draw the land, like if I knew I was drawing a land here, the best thing would definitely be to block the Exarch. Yeah, so it would have been the best thing, but you know, there was no way we could know that was what was going to happen. So Ingester, we're going to eat his bomb creature who's in play, assuming this resolves. You don't have counter magic, right? And he's down to 1 card. That part I like a lot. And we can just eat this guy. Yep. And we get our own huge guy, our own 7/7 on our side of the battlefield. Just such a huge swing. The other thing is they don't actually get it back when they kill it. Like Duplicant doesn't either. Some effects like this, your opponent gets it back. With Imprint, the card never returns to the opponent. So that's a pretty big deal. So he's still got 1 counter on this. He's got 2 cards in his hand. We have 1, but so far the Ingester has done what I wanted it to off the splash. All right, yeah, you can make him smaller, certainly. Okay. Yeah, destroy your equipment. Wouldn't mind it, but he's not going to. He can still fly over me with his Gust Skimmer for a while, unfortunately for us. I want my Viridian Corruptor. Okay, don't mind him. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our opponent can do 8 with a triple block, and I can only kill 2 of his creatures. Is that worth it when I can follow it up with a Thundering Tanadon is the question. And the answer, I think, might be yes. Because I would kill... I would let him keep the Gust Skimmer, I think, and kill the other 2. Oh, I can't kill the other 2. Never mind. He can actually just double block and only lose 1 creature. So, yeah, we don't do that. I think we just play him without taking the damage because we can't do anything else anyway. Now, we're 1 closer to ingest, Metalcraft. So I guess there's that, but that's not, you know, the best thing ever. Draining our opponent for 4, I guess, would be pretty good, though. If he just moves that equipment somewhere, then we're... Especially if he moved it to the Acid Web Spider, we would have been in for some trouble. He can still do that. He can equip it to this every turn. He didn't give it flying yet. Hope you're going to give it flying. Wow, he didn't give it flying. He may have a trick, but if he does, I want to make him use it, and I'd rather not lose the bigger creature here. It looks like he just made a mistake. Because he would have played the pump spell already. Well, that works out well for us. He could still kill our guy, conceivably. No, that's not going to do it. Okay, well, that worked out pretty well for us. More dudes with infect isn't awesome, though. Making our creatures smaller isn't really what we want to have happening. Probably time to play the Black Coven Vampires just because it can at least block Ecroclomber. Alright. Well, now I think I just play Rotwolf. And end our turn. It's going to be a grindy one. It is going to be a grindy match. This is still only game 1. Ooh. Yeah, he's got that, so it's less than ideal for us. He's got Metalcraft is what I mean by that. And he has it by a lot, so we can't really get him away from it. And he can just start tapping down our best creature. Alright, well now I think we play Black Coven Vampires. We just need as many creatures as we can get into play so that we can stave off our opponent here. Especially because now he's going to start tapping down whatever it can like effectively block. We need our removal. We have it, so it would be nice to have. We actually have a lot of it. Yeah, Black Sun Zenith would be pretty good right now. If we drew it, we would probably wait a couple turns, mostly because we can just get rid of like all of our opponent's stuff, and because we would want to make sure we have something in our hand that can survive. Right now, I mean, we can make it so we have a 1/1 Ingester or something silly like that, but yeah, that's messed up. It's a messed up thing to do. All right. How will you attack? I think I probably just take Ecroclomber. Just take the 2 poison. So we're both at 2 poison now. Ugh. Would also like Viridian Corruptor for sure. That would make a big difference. Blowing up that piece of equipment that I probably should have picked for myself is like huge right now. It makes it so he can't attack or block as effectively as he can with it in play. At least you don't have a mountain. So at least there's that. Yeah, we don't have like... we have to double block this guy to kill him, basically. And I don't like that idea a whole lot. I think I'm just going to take the 2 again. This turn. Pith Driller would actually be pretty solid right now, too. Ugh. Opponent keeps drawing dudes, and we keep drawing lands, so it's not looking great. Yeah, the other draft I did in this format, I also drew way more lands than I wanted to, but that happens. Variance, it's part of what makes Magic fun. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah, he just drew something else frightening. Of course he did. Jeez. Wow. That is disgusting. While we're sitting here unable to draw what we need. That might just be game, basically. Well, now it's not quite game. I'm guessing he's going to move the claw to it, which will make it harder for us to block him effectively. But let's see what he does. We're just going to pass. He can tap down 2 of my creatures, though, so... because I'll tap 1 down now and then tap 1 down on my turn. Then I'll have an 8/8. And if he taps down my 5/4 and my 6/6... ugh. That's bad. That is bad. We're going to have to double block it with our Rotwolf and our Black Coven Vampire. And, like, hope we draw our board sweeper, basically. Yeah. Good news is we'll get to draw a card with Rotwolf. Now we won't. He'll be a 5/4. Yeah, so the first strike ruins our plan there. He can just kill them both. Ugh. He's going to get in for damage no matter what we do, right? No. We can drop it down. I mean, I think we're dead. There's no reason to show him we have grasp because while we can, I guess we have another way to kill it, but it's already going to make tokens by the time we can, right? No, we have one way to kill it that won't. So I guess we play this out and pray because if we drop this thing's power to 5, it won't get through for any damage. And actually, we'll weaken it a little bit with our Rotwolf, too. Well, no, we won't. So that's what we're going to have to do here, unfortunately for us. You should just attack with everything because there's like no way I can take this nonsense. So stupid first strike, ruining my day here. Yeah, that equipment has proven itself to be quite powerful. 2 to play, 1 to equip for that bonus is pretty legit. So we are going to keep this from making his dudes into dudes, and then we have to like pray that we draw a card, and even then we might still be dead. We have to draw a card that'll kill and proliferate, basically. That's like our only option here, because if he makes all his lands into 8/8s, we're just dead. So, all right, doesn't even weaken him. So what do we draw? See, that's that's why Parasitic Implant isn't that good, right there. Would have been good at like other stages of this game for sure when the board was stalled out, but yeah, that was ugly. All right, well, hard not to lose to that card once it resolves, especially when you've drawn 3 lands in a row. But, you know, that's just how things go. We'll go to the next game now. So our opponent's deck has also proven to be pretty slow, so I think we do not want to play first. Okay. Being on the draw, I think this hand's keepable. We do need to draw some lands, but we're going to, right? We have our Black Sun Zenith, but we don't have the double black we need for it. Right, I don't mind that Talisman, especially... It can ramp us in... Well, it doesn't really ramp us, but it can get us to Thundering Tanadon. He's going to get himself a land. Come on, black mana. There it is. Okay, I like that. We still can't do anything this turn, obviously, but I'll play the black. So if we just like keep drawing lands, it might be worth it to just try to draw out all the cards in his hand and just cast Black Sun Zenith. Yeah, that's obnoxious. I guess you just play Viridian Corruptor and kill it. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. Might just be better to play Pristine Talisman now and save the Corruptor for something bigger and scarier, but I think that might be right, because the Pith Driller can then just kill it next turn with ease. Yeah, I think that's fine. We let him keep his guy for now and just play our Pristine Talisman here and pass the turn. We are up to 4 mana. We still don't have double black, of course, but we're at 4. Our opponent can draw off of their Spell Bomb now. All right, that's pretty good that he decided to spend his turn doing that, because it doesn't really punish us for playing our wanting to just hold off, play our Pith Driller, and then use the Corruptor on something like that equipment that destroyed us in the last game. So it's not too bad. We get our poison counter. All right, well, there's double black. So I think we do play the Pith Driller. We just gain the life because why not? Yeah, I guess we just pay the full 5. We're not going to do anything else. So Pith Driller. Get him out of there. And end our turn. So if we can just keep killing the things he plays and then playing big creatures afterwards, that might just be the plan. And then Black Sun Zenith is kind of like our get out of jail free card if things turn really south. Right now we can give -3/-3 to everything. So that can kill the bulk of creatures. Yeah, we definitely kill that thing with Viridian Corruptor. Because we do not want our opponent adding more mana to his mana pool and playing out the big scary bombs we saw in the last game. We're going to attack with Pith Driller first. I mean, I highly doubt he blocks, but if he does, then we probably play our Tanadon instead. Yeah, he's not going to block. Why would he, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could almost play both. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, we'll play our Corruptor here and just kill that Alloy Myr. Makes me even more glad that I waited because I wouldn't have been able to kill this with a -1/-1 counter. End our turn. Oh, I should have gained the life. I guess I can just do it at the end of my opponent's turn. It's not too terrible. All right. Certainly obnoxious. I mean, I probably still just attack with both of my creatures. We're just going to gain some life. There's our Eager Clawmer. If I attack with both, he can like double block this, but I can kill both of them, and then he can kill this, but that doesn't seem great. Yeah, I think we attack. We have enough action in our hand that I think it's fine to attack with both of our guys here. I could even think about not playing things anymore and hoping my opponent like empties out his hand at this point because of Black Sun Zenith can enable that for us. Okay, I'm okay with that. Yeah. So do we want to do that? Or do we want to just like I think because I think we still try to like just like out aggro our opponent here since we can. Just play our big guy here. We still have like Pestilent Soul Eater as like a backup plan. So I don't hate that. We have Parasitic Implant to deal with like a huge scary creature our opponent might play. Like, well, that's not that big or scary. He's going to search for something that is though. So yeah, and it's no surprise he has that in his deck because he has 2 stupid bombs in his deck. He has the poison one, and he has the Liege of the Tangle who just like destroyed our souls in the last game. Phyrexian Swarmlord again. Okay, well right now he does get 1 insect even if we, no matter what we do. So, ooh, we actually have Metalcraft. How about that? I think we swing with our Thundering Dude. If he wants to block or double block or, whatever, I'm okay with it. All right. I'm cool with that, especially because we're going to play the vampires and drain him even more. He does shrink our guy. He can make him down to a 3/2, but I think I'm okay with that. So I think we do play the vampires now. And we drain our opponent. we go up to 28, and our opponent goes to 8. And then we end our turn. So he's going to play the Swarm Lord now, which will give him 1 insect every turn for a while. But we still have a good attack. We can still attack with our Bleak Coven Vampire here and not really be concerned about it. Yeah, that's what we do. And then I think we just put our Parasitic Implant on that guy. So if he wants to trade, we're down with either creature. He'll probably trade with his 3/3. I don't know if he thinks he can afford to go to 4. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, we do have Black Sun Zenith to get us out of a swarm of insect tokens. But I think getting rid of this is just one of the best creatures in his deck. Of course, he could have the 8th mana that he needs right now to play his other scary creature in his deck. And we can't kill that right now with... No, we can only give -5/-5 to everything. So, God, he could easily have the 8th mana he needs, which makes me less willing. I think I'm going to play the Soul Eater. Yeah, we're going to play the Soul Eater here instead of the Implant, because if he plays that 8/8 and we can't put a Parasitic Implant on it, we're in trouble. We can deal with a few insect tokens with our Black Sun Zenith when the time comes, but we cannot deal with the guy he's probably about to play. Yeah, well, we're both using a crap ton of time. These have been long games, so our opponent has less. So does he come down again? No, just that guy. Okay. I can kill that along with everything else. Okay. So right now we can give -6/-6 everything. I think it's probably Parasitic Implant time. Yeah, it is. So he'll get 1 more insect, and then on our next turn it'll die. The thing is, he'll probably feel fine about attacking with it here. There's no reason he shouldn't. That's kind of the downside about the implant. Gets 1 more insect. I think I might just take the 4. Oh, no, the insects do have infect. I was thinking they didn't. Might have just been best to Zenith there, but our creatures would have all died too. And that's less than ideal. Okay. I'm guessing he attacks with the Swarm dude, and I'm just, like I said, I'll go to 5 poison and then get the Myr token and kill it on our turn. It does leave him with 2 insects that can also infect us, but they're small enough that I'm not super worried about it. So yeah, we're just going to take this. Our opponent can weaken our creatures 3 times right now, so that's not a whole lot of fun. Okay. We'll gain our life. Goodbye to you. Okay, Blight Mamba. There's another creature with infect for us to use in the latter stages of this game. I think I might attack. I think I do attack with my Pestilent Soul Eater here. Yeah, I'm going to. If he blocks with the Acid Web Spider, making it into a 0/2 is a pretty big deal, especially because we're probably going to wipe the board eventually anyway. And if we can pay less, if we can only pay 2, at least we get to keep our Pith Driller, who will be a 0/2. But still. Right, yeah, so we're going to give him Infect. We'll pay 1 black. You know, Blight Mamba is actually... No, it's not. We need to wait for him to use up all the Trigon counters before our Blight Mamba will be any good, so... Yeah, we're definitely going to win this one on time if we can win this game. Or if I didn't realize how little time our opponent has. We don't have a lot either, though, honestly. So, it's going to be an epic timeout. I mean, we're at 30. We are at 5 poison, but we're at 30. So our opponent has quite a ways to go. The Liege of the Tangle would put me in a lot of trouble. I can still only give -6/-6 to everything. So I'm going to throw my Myrrh in front of one of those and my Pith Driller in front of the other. Which does mean it'll die. The Myrrh, that is. And he can give this -1/-1. He'll probably do it to the Myrrh, though, just so he can keep his guy alive. Yeah. Then we kill the other one. I mean, we can actually attack with our Thundering Dude right now if... That's pretty nice. I think we play it. And then we attack with our Thundering. He can block it, but... I think I'm okay with that. I can actually just shrink the guy too, so blocking it won't kill it with my Fume Spitter. But killing the insect with the poison counter with Infect is probably just going to be better. So, like I said, I could make this a 1/1, and I would trample over for 2. And then he doesn't really have any... Yeah, I actually think this might be better. Keeping our guy alive is a big deal, because it would keep this guy alive, and he can just attack through the other creatures on our opponent's board, and he has Trample. I mean, he may have shrunk, but he has Trample, so... I still don't really want to play either of these, because he can just kill them with that, so... I'm going to avoid it. Alright, another creature with Infect is not exactly ideal for us. But it's probably getting to Black Sun Zenith time. We're just going to take it this time and go to 6 poison. All right, another implant for if we run into another problem creature. We're going to swing at this guy again. He could put a counter on it and like double block it. But if we get that counter off, we feel so much better. Like now I can play... Oh, no, I can't. It still has 1 counter. So what are you going to do? Block with your Ecroclomber and go to 5? No, you're just going to take it and go to 4. Okay. Is it Zenith time? If I play Blight Mamba, I think I'm going to play Blight Mamba. No, I'll play Ecroclaw. I guess Blight Mamba is going to be better later because it can block forever. So if he had his big bomb, he would have played it by now. All right, so you're going to kill that. Sounds good. Then I can block the insect with Pith Driller. He's just going to swing with that, huh? Chances he has a pump spell. Say we just take it. We're going to gain 1 life, although life doesn't seem very important in this matchup. We may never have to play our Zenith. Ooh, that's good. Yeah. I guess if I pay the life, actually, I can also play Blight Mamba and be able to regenerate it. Doesn't look like we're going to have to play our Zenith. Yeah, so we'll pay the life. And leave 1 green. We're going to kill the Eager Claw because obviously it's like way better in this situation. I mean, I could kill it, could have done something different, but I don't think it would have made a huge difference. I do think we swing with our 2-1 Trampler again. Oh, well, we better play our Blight Mamba first. So, attack. No good blocks. You take 1 if you block with your insect. That Phanodon is being weighed down by a lot of -1/-1 counters, but man, has not mattered. Pteranodon, I guess, is what he is, isn't he? Yeah. This has been a long match. I'm at 7.5 minutes. My opponent's at 4.5. It's insane. That is crazy. I mean, obviously, it's a format that neither of us have played a lot of. So, all right, that block. Ah. I think I kill the guy with Infect, honestly. That has more of a chance of killing me. Yeah, let me return. 4, 5, 6. We can do -7, -7 right now. We do not want to see Liege of the Tangle, though, I can tell you. No, we can still only do -6, -6, can't we? Please don't draw Liege of the Tangle. I mean, we have pretty good attack here, so... so that's obviously what we do. Like, all of our dudes can attack. I mean, one of them, granted, can only put Infect tokens. But that's probably okay. He'll take at least 1 damage here, go to 3, and get a poison counter, so... Really? You're going to go to... You have a trick or something? That seems brave to go to 2, and you don't have to, really. There's another land, too, so we're up to -7, -7. So even if he plays his Liege, if we can just draw our 8th land... Oh, God. Our 10th land, actually. Oh, no. That's pretty good against our Black Sun Zenith. We joked about taking it. We probably should have. Hey, there's our island. We're going to put Parasitic Implant on that guy. We're going to play an island, and we're going to end our turn. Yeah, this is definitely, like, unless my opponent wins, this is one that we're going to win on a timeout. Because there's no way we can finish game 3. Yeah, you can get in there. I mean, I'm going to block it with my Blight Mamba. I don't have a reason not to. Since he can regenerate. No reason to even really gain life anymore. Should preserve our time, I guess. Alright, that dies. We get another body. Oh, hello. Well, I guess we just end this one then. Oh, I tapped too much mana, didn't I? Oh, well. Goodbye. So he's going to be huge. 6/8. And then we attack with everything that can, which is lethal, assuming our opponent takes it. That was a weird game, considering we had our Black Sun Zenith like the whole time. So we like never used it. All right. So our opponent has a small amount of time to beat us. He may go through some interesting timing shenanigans here, like just trying to pass the turn over and over again. So we just have to be prepared for that. That is the downside of Magic Online timeouts. All right, well, we got a good hand, whatever happens. Land. Oh, I should have played my Fume Spitter, obviously. It's kind of nice not to sometimes because my opponent might play a card he wouldn't have if he knew I had a Fume Spitter in play. That's not one of them, though. I'm going to play Blight Mamba, actually. Just yield the turns. We're going to take 2 if he swings. Right, we're going to blow that up with our Corruptor, I think. I don't see a good reason not to. All right, and we're going to end our turn. Got an Infect hand, that's for sure. Even a card with Proliferate in there. We'll probably play our Tanadon next, though, just because he's, like, huge. If he plays an X1, maybe I play Pith Driller. Okay. We take the 3. Right, well, we're going to attack. Well, our opponent's just playing this out instead of doing something to try to get me to time out. All right, and then we're going to play the Tanadon and pay the life. And the mana. Okay. Do I just play Spread the Sickness? No, I think I just attack with my 5/4. Could have played Pith Driller first, I guess. Yeah, I probably should have. We're just going to play Pith Driller, make the guy smaller. Because if we'd done that, we could have attacked with our Corruptor. But I did not do that. Our opponent has closed the time gap. We've had more triggers. So, what now? What's happening here? Yeah, we're not infected, so we have that going for us. I think we still use Spread the Sickness, and then we can kill off his guy with Proliferate, so that's pretty big. Okay, there we go. So this has actually been a pretty awesome start. Even if we get timed out, it would have been really hard for opponent. It will be really hard for opponent to come back. We have removal. We have our vampires. You know, we only need one more artifact for our vampire to even be online. So we may have actually been able to kill our opponent in this game quickly. That again, huh? Search out his scary creature. Swarm Lord, probably, since he can play it. But that does take up a lot of time. But it does look like we had a really good shot at winning this game anyway. And that always feels better than winning on a timeout when it was like, well, I would have lost, but... but we didn't, so that's good. Pith Driller's been pretty legit. Malira's Keepers. I suppose that makes sense. Okay, so... I'm actually going to play Fume Spitter here and attack with... everything. Yeah, this parasitic implant is definitely pretty bad. Like, I definitely overrated the idea. I love removal that also gives me something, but removal that gives my opponent one more total turn is pretty bad. So we just won on the timeout. Our opponent does go to 1 there, so we pretty much had it. So, all right, we're going to play the next match now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.